Hey, it's Alyssa Reid, and you're at Popularity.
What is the biggest compliment that anyone has ever given you about your music?
I think the biggest compliment was that it was relatable, because that's what I strive to do with my music and with who I am, especially to a younger audience.
Do you believe that if you can't write easily, that you just kind of have to pass on it for a while and go back to it?
Sometimes it's the case and sometimes it's not the case, because it depends if you're just having a writer's block or if you know that you're capable of doing better. Because I've written things that I've just completely thrown in the garbage because I've decided halfway through the song that I didn't even like it. But there's some songs that I've started writing and gone back to a month or two later because at the time I couldn't think of something, but I knew that I would eventually. So I guess it depends.
Where does a song start?
For me, I like to do everything at once. I know a lot of people write out lyrics and then put a melody to it, and some people make beats and then write to the beats. But when I write, I actually sing the song out loud before I write it down, so I have the lyrics, the melody, and everything sorted out before it's even on paper.
Do you know when you have something good, or is it something where you kind of need some feedback first before you can form your own opinion?
It really depends. Sometimes I'll think something's really good, and then I'll play it for people, and I'm like, really? Really, Alyssa? And then other times I'll write things that I won't believe are actually really good, and other people will be completely in love with them.
Do you see singing and songwriting as something that's a gift, or is it something else?
I think it's like any other art. You kind of have to work at it a lot. To me, it's like writing poetry. It's like writing stories. You get better the more practice that you have. So.
Working on tracks, are you ever surprised at how good they become?
Oh, all the time. I'll hear something and then we'll demo it and then hear it back like a few weeks later once everything has been sorted out and once everything's cleaned up, and I'm like completely shocked and I can't even believe it's my own song.
Do you have any examples from the album?
Um, Alone Again is a pretty good example. That song wasn't even supposed to actually technically be a song. We weren't going to do it, and we ended up throwing together a few different songs and just mixed them together, and they emailed me Alone Again, and I was completely shocked. It was amazing.
What do you feel is the biggest outside influence on your music?
Probably, I don't know. I think I'm most influenced by personal experiences.
Is there a song on the album that best expresses how you feel at this moment?
Probably The Game. Just because things are very difficult right now and very challenging, and I am kind of fighting my way into the industry at the moment because I have one foot in the door, but I'm not all the way in yet, so I think probably The Game.
When you can't see the bright side to life, what do you do to help polish the dull side?
I don't. I write about it. I don't. I like a relish in the dark side. All my songs are sad.
When a song has been in the works for a while, it obviously changes a lot. Is there a song on the album that just changed so much?
EXO changed a lot. It started off as a very airy, dreamy dance song, and by the end of the process, it had become a very punchy, edgy, almost like, I don't even know what the word is, almost like dubstep-y, kind of rocky. I liked it. I liked the change. I'm not one for dreamy and soft.
When you step on stage now, do you ever look out at the audience and think, wow, I can't believe that all these people are here to see me?
Every single time. Every single time, especially with this tour that I'm on now, because the past two tours that I've done, I was opening both of them. So now it's weird to look out in the audience and see people that are actually coming out to this show to see me, not to see other artists that are headlining and not to see like the other acts on the bill. It feels very, very odd that people actually want to listen to my music. I don't know. I haven't really grasped it yet.
Is there anything in particular that you're trying to open people's minds up to with your music?
I'm just trying to write about things that people can understand and people can relate to and that can actually help people. I reference Taylor Swift a lot for this because she is notorious for it, but every single teenager can relate to Taylor Swift or at least one of her songs, and I try very hard to do that because it's so important.
Can you pick a couple of highlights, like personal highlights from your album, and tell us what they mean to you?
I think writing Burned on the album is one of the most amazing things because it was one of the few songs that I got to write completely by myself, and it was a very good learning process for me. And it was amazing to see the reaction that people had to that song, considering that it came straight from me and it was like something that was just 100% a story that I went through, and to see people actually relate to that and to see how it affected people was just mind-blowing. And I think that was probably one of the best things that happened to me on the album, like being able to display my artistic ability and my writing ability and myself to everyone and to have them get it.
Is Vancouver a good place to play?
Amazing. I love Vancouver. Last time I was here, I played at the Commodore, and I walked past it today, and I was like, oh, memories. I love it. I love mountains. I love everything about Vancouver. I'm trying really hard not to convince myself to move here because it's really cold and wet. I just keep repeating that over and over in my head, hoping it convinces me. But I love rain. It's not doing a good job at all.
Now, you dreamed of the life that you're living today, so what are your dreams now?
I think my goals for myself and my dreams are basically accomplishing...
Sorry to interrupt, the cream for your rash just arrived downstairs. For your product.
I don't even have a rash.
Oh,
Go away.
That's good. The cream's that good.
Go away. Sorry. I think accomplishing what I accomplished in Canada worldwide, and having my music be everywhere. Being a superstar. That's kind of where I'm at.
And any final thoughts, anything that you'd like to say to the Readers of Popularity?
I just want to say thank you to everybody who has helped in any way possible by even following me on Twitter or watching a YouTube video or requesting a song. That everything adds up, and it all means so much to me, and I appreciate it a lot.